Hello, this is me, Daniel East 1000, back again with a Star Wars The Black Series figure review. Today we're going to be having a look at Purge Trooper from the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order video game. Don't really know too much about the video game, but what I do know about this character is it's one of the many enemies you will probably encounter in the video game. There's a couple of things that I will go through about the actual figure itself, which are maybe a little bit inaccurate to the character that you'll meet in the video game, but we'll get into that in the review. First and foremost though, here's the figure in the packaging. I've actually got it in the packaging this time so you can see it and appreciate it. A lovely artwork by Gregory Titus once again. You've actually got some red highlights on the actual picture as well, which is very, very nice. You've got the logo for the video game as well. That's what Star Wars The Black Series at the top. Nice bubble so you can see the figure. On the side, of course, the figure is unnumbered because it's an exclusive. Where to, I'm not sure. And at least in the UK, this guy is available to Forbidden Planet and any other specialist retailers. On the back, you've got the artwork by Gregory Titus there. A weird little thing that seems to be happening with Hasbro at the minute. They keep making little goofs in the text. Here's where it's apparent. So this is one case where I will let you have a look at the text here. I'll put it in the description as well. But for some reason, they've decided, unbeknownst to me or anyone else, to put the description in English like, I can't even count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Usually they put it in different languages, but for some reason they've completely alienated any other country and just put it all in English. Not sure why they've done that. Another little goof recently that they've made is the Luke Skywalker, where they can't even spell his name right. I kid you not. Yeah, Hasbro, sort that department out because that's really bizarre. Nonetheless, nothing to overly complain about because, well, I guess this is where I get to talk about the figure, and I have to say, this one's a beauty. So I'm going to get him opened up for you. That's one thing I do like about this packaging, the fact that you can open it up, put the figure back in the tray, or take it out the tray, depending on which way you're doing it. And you can always reseal your figures up if you want to keep them nice and stored and safe. So, I'll get this guy unboxed for you, and we'll take a look at him. And we're back. So here we have the Purge Trooper out of the box and in hand. Really, for me, all it is another trooper, but I'm not complaining about that. I think it's great. The major thing to note though for it is if we just do a bit of a zoom in like we always do, this guy, or the mold of this guy, is an airborne trooper from the Clone Wars. So it's weird that they haven't released that one yet, but they've released this first. So they've got the sculpt now to do that, so fingers crossed they're gonna do it. Funnily enough as well, they've included very Clone Wars or prequel-esque weapons with it. From what I've seen of these guys from video gameplay and stuff like that, they tend to have more melee weapons rather than blasters. I know a couple of them might have blasters like this, so I don't know if Hasbro's kind of cheaped out that. I feel like they have, because personally I would have liked to have seen a melee weapon at least come with this guy. It is meant to be an exclusive, and that would have made it a nice thing to make it an exclusive, I suppose. But Hasbro does seem to do that with a lot of their video game character releases. I mean, we got it with the Inferno Squadron TIE Fighter pilot. That was basically a TIE Fighter pilot just with paint application added to the helmet. You know, just some varying little things that just made it slightly different, but nothing to really make it unique as a figure with, in terms of the accessories at least. And now we're going to be seeing it with the B1 Battle Droid for Battlefront and the Revan, of which both of these have been announced, and they're basically repaints of existing figures. I'm not complaining because they kind of make sense in how they've done them, but in terms of a figure like this and the Inferno Squad pilot, it would have really made sense to give them some extra bits just to make them a bit more unique. But that's just me being nitpicky perhaps, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. It's like they just said, right, we've got the sculpt for the airborne trooper, let's just keep it with that, throw in the accessories, no one's going to notice until the video games comes out. Nonetheless though, a little bit annoying, but that doesn't detract from the fact that this figure is very nice, and you always win me over, Hasbro, with the black liveried Stormtroopers. I don't know what it is, I just really think it's a cool look. It makes a bit of a difference from the typical white Stormtroopers and Clone Troopers we usually see. I love the red as well. You've even got Imperial insignia on the shoulder pads there. You've got some nice white stripes there as well. Bit of red paint application on the back. looks really, really nice. You've got his armour as well, which is a soft goods fabric, which we can never complain about. Just really a standard clone trooper in terms of the top half. The helmet wise, you know, it's just a newly sculpted airborne trooper helmet, just in black. So I'm looking forward to when they actually do release the airborne trooper, because it'll be curious to see if they had any extra accessories with that compared to this. I know the pauldron will probably be knocked off that one. In terms of accessories, he comes with this big clone trooper blaster rifle. I know I should know the names. Apologies for the Star Wars gun aficionados out there. But it's quite nicely sculpted. A bit of paint application on the handle there as well. And then with the other blaster, which is nicely sculpted. Not really any paint application on it. Just a solid bit of plastic. But in terms of accessories, that's your lot for this figure. Which is, again, like I said, a little bit disappointing given we've seen for the most part these guys with melee weapons. I'm not going to go into that again. Overall, it is a nice figure. In terms of articulation, he has a ball jointed head, ball jointed shoulders, a swivel at the top of the bicep, double hinged elbows, ball jointed wrist, ball jointed torso, ball jointed hips, so you can do the splits, a swivel at the top of the thigh, double hinged knees, ball jointed ankle with a rocker joint. So you can get this guy in some really, really good poses. For me, at the end of the day, it is another Stormtrooper stroke clone trooper. I like the black livery on it though, but I do think Hasbro did cheapen out a little bit with this guy, and the fact that they didn't give it any extra accessories. And it's something I hope they kind of work on in the future. I think the extra accessories would have just shown a little bit more thought and a little bit more care by Hasbro. It's pretty menacing, and I definitely recommend it, especially if you are a trooper nut. So that pretty much does it for this review. There's nothing else to really say about this guy, other than he just looks really, really cool. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And this is me, Daniel East 1000, signing out, and thank you very much for watching.